Hi there, welcome to a new episode of Leiden Zoo. I finally managed to crack out another exhibit, and as you can see, it features penguins. So it has the very fitting name, Penguin Point, and yeah, let's have a look. Um, so again, a very old styled building that I've managed to repurpose, and it has two different enclosures, one for African penguins and one for Antarctic penguins. I love that you can see them underwater here, just cruising along. Looks so cool. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which way you go, if you go to the left or to the right, but I really like going, yeah, from the left side. So we'll have a closer look at the African penguins here in a second. Um, so we'll first go inside and start on the left side of the building. Oh, so once you go up here, you have the viewing area for the land section of the enclosure. And as you can see, the African penguins, they share an enclosure with the amazing common eiders, species I really, really like. And yeah, this amazing mod was made by Monsoon, and it looks incredible. So I'm very happy that we are able to have them in our zoos. Um, yeah, so as you can see, lots of different foliage, and the keepers can actually enter the enclosure here as well. And of course, the African penguin is a critically endangered species. Was just uplisted last month. Um, so we really need to breed them here at the zoo. And therefore we have all these different nest cavities or nest hollows, if you can call them that. So in here at the back of the enclosure, we have several of these cavities. Um, and as you can see, they're quite secluded from the rest of the enclosure and the viewing areas for the visitors. So they have all the privacy they need. All right. So that was the top section of the African penguin enclosure. So let's go in and see our Antarctic penguin enclosure. So first of all, we have this lovely mural from the king penguin, one of the king penguin colonies in South Georgia, with some information. And then if we turn around, we have this amazing Antarctic penguin enclosure. It houses three different species. So we have the king penguins here, quite a large colony of them. And then the Gentoo penguins, and I think our rockhoppers are mainly swimming at the moment, so we'll have a look at them later. But as you can see, it's kind of like a half dome shaped enclosure, and therefore you get this lovely light, um, yeah, shining in the enclosure. So it can simulate different times of the day, and as you know, in Antarctica there's a different light cycle than, for example, in Europe or the United States. So we're able to replicate that here in this enclosure. It's mainly inspired by the enclosure at Odense Zoo in Denmark. which I visited a couple of weeks ago, and it really, really inspired me to build this kind of enclosure. I really loved it, and it's such a vibe. Um, and as you can see, there is a snow machine here as well. So every few seconds, there's a little bit of snow falling. As you can see, there's a little bit of a pile of snow here, which the penguins can spread themselves if they want to. Furthermore, we have some different types of grasses, as you can see here on South Georgia. It's not the typical icy polar uh, areas that these king penguins inhabit. So there is actually a lot of grass in these areas, and therefore I wanted to replicate that as well. And I think it spices up the area a little bit, which I like. So if we turn around here, we have some educational murals here with some Gentoo king or Gentoo penguin chicks and some rock hoppers here. Um, some educational displays on different types of penguins. And here some more about their biology and their ecology. And here we have some. These lamps are shaped in the form of ice. Yeah, how do you say that? Ice pieces. So there is some blue glow coming up from the top. And if we go this way, then you can actually see that there are two levels within the building. So one is the surface area viewing, and then below where we're going next is the underwater viewing for these species. So let's go down here. So here is actually the third species that I mentioned before. So these are the rockhoppers. I believe they are northern rockhoppers, but I'm not completely sure. And there is actually one as well, just swimming. Unfortunately, due to the size of the pool, only the rockhoppers are able to deep dive, which is a bit of a shame because it's very cool to see the king penguins and the gentoos also dive. But I just couldn't make it work with the size of the enclosure, unfortunately. So there are three different viewing areas here underwater. So we have this large one over here. Um, and it's great that you're able to see them both from above the water and below the water, I think. And then there's this little viewing area here. And this is even a little deeper. So make sure you don't trip. That's why there's this little fence here. And it's just amazing to see them swimming underwater, or actually flying underwater, you could say as well. Very cool. And then of course there are some benches here as well for people to sit and enjoy them underwater. All right. So I guess that's it for the Antarctic penguins. Oh no, we have another educational display here. And this educational display is really focusing on the threats these penguins face in the wild. So, for example, the overfishing, so there's not enough food. They're getting caught up in nets. Global warming, of course, predation, and also oil spills, for example. So yeah, this area is really dedicated to the threats these penguins face in the wild. All right, let's have one more look here at the Antarctic penguin enclosure, and then we'll turn around to the underwater viewing for the African penguins. There's one walking on the water that's also very special, but here is the underwater viewing. It's also very good to see them on the water. Looks amazing. So as you can see, there are two different levels here as well. A little bit deeper area, the yeah, the middle part. It's really annoying that they do this, but I guess it's Planet Zoo thing. And then here there is a little viewing area for the more shallow part where they exit and enter the water. All right. Now we have this little shop here as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks. I love the sign, and then these statues here, which kind of remind me of the statues that are in front of the Antarctic penguin enclosure at Bird Paradise in Singapore. Yeah, it's really feels complete like this. It looks really cool. I'm very happy with it. So here we have the ice cream shop. Yeah, just very simple, different flavors that you can take, and there are actually two ready to go. So if anyone wants one, then take it. So yeah, I guess that's it. Quite a quick episode, but yeah, it took a lot of work to get the inside area finished with all the different lighting, etc. But again, I'm very happy with how it looks, and I hope you enjoy this video. And please like or comment and subscribe to the channel. I know I'm not the most frequent uploader, but yeah, it takes a lot of time to make these enclosures. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.